Hi, my name is Lekan and I'm a senior developer here at Andela. In this video, we're going to be talking about views, functions, and stored procedures and what they are in SQL, when to use them and how to use them. And if you're curious about these advanced concepts and functions, or you're looking to build your expertise as a database administrator, then you would want to watch this. Most software systems boil down to writing data to a repository or database and retrieving information from same for display or visualizations. For instance, a front-end application fetching user profile data from a backend. Therefore, optimizing the mechanism that facilitates the writing and retrieval of data is of significant importance. In this video, you will see how you can achieve better efficiency and optimize a little more in your software solutions by abstracting complex queries, lookups, and data manipulation through the use of some common SQL construct that cuts across the most popular database engines such as MySQL, SQL Server, PostgreSQL, and so on. It helps to reduce the level of complexity when manipulating and sorting retrieved data in our code and transferring some of that responsibility to a database engine. So we're going to focus on three key concepts: the views, functions, and stored procedures. Please note that most of the samples in this video are based on MySQL syntax. However, it cuts across the different platforms that are available. So join me. A view is essentially a database object or virtual table that is made up of a query or complex set of queries which may involve joining multiple tables. A view can then be queried by itself like you would a database table. The syntax for creating a view is as follows. The select statement could be a join from multiple tables as well. How can this help us with more efficiency and cleaner code, you might ask? Well, in projects where there are so many tables and relationships, creating views can help to abstract multiple table joins into a single view object that can be queried under a single view name and exposed to the data access layer. Also, for security purposes, views are useful in situations where we only want to expose a subset of data to a set of users instead of exposing the whole data from the underlying table. An example of this, assume we have a simple table like this, and we want to expose only users' basic bio instead of more sensitive address info. We can write a view as follows. We can then call this view like you would a normal database table, like so. As you can see, this allows us to expose this view to only some set of database users, and it also saves us from exposing unnecessary data back to our business logic or data access layer code right from database level. Now, this is a very simple query example. However, we can write more complex queries with joins, unions, and so on, and that could be abstracted away into such kind of views. Most database platforms' views can only have select queries in them. A function is analogous to methods in a programming language context. As you can imagine, functions can contain SQL statements, queries, or made to process some data and return a single scalar value or a result set. Like methods in code, database functions are compiled and executed every time they are called. They can receive parameters as well. User-defined functions are very useful for making SQL queries cleaner and easier to read. You'll see that in practice shortly. Creating a function is as simple as doing this. Functions are mostly useful in scenarios where you have an operation that you can repeat very often, or for example, you may have a situation where you want to format dates in a result set in a consistent way based on some custom date formats. You can achieve that by doing the following. You can then call this function in your queries or view or anywhere else like so. In a more practical scenario, imagine we have a transaction table that looks like this. We can write a simple query in a view that makes use of the function that we just created. Now, we can then call it like this. Note that functions can be used in select, where, having statements as you may require. Stored procedures are quite similar to functions in terms of structure and syntax. As a matter of fact, it's declared the same way in PostgreSQL. The only difference is that functions must return a value, while stored procedures may or may not return a value or result set. Now, stored procedures are mainly designed to be used for executing complex business logic, SQL statements that could make environmental changes to a database. Now, stored procedures are self-contained objects in a database that perform some task, unlike functions. You cannot call them from a select statement, a where clause, or having clause statements. They can only be executed using special commands like exec, execute, or call in MySQL. One of the main advantages of stored procedures over functions is that we can execute long-running queries in a transaction before they are committed or rolled back, as the case may require. Also, stored procedures don't have to return anything, unlike functions that must return a scalar value or result set, depending on the database platform. Now, let's look at how to create a stored procedure. Okay, now, let's check out a typical example. Imagine we want to create a reward system for a set of customers in our system based on a set of criteria or attributes like the volume and value of purchase transactions on our platform. Now, so let's say we have two tables with the following data. So imagine we have thousands, millions of customers, and we need to periodically calculate their reward points every fortnight. That means we have to fetch all the customer records and transactions, then calculate the points, and then update their points on the rewards table in a loop on our business logic layer. Instead of having to fetch the records and burdening the business logic layer on our servers with so much work, we can make use of a fire and go approach through the use of a stored procedure to do all the processing work for us, like so. Now that we have a stored procedure coded up with our required logic, all we have to do now is to just execute, and our rewards will be automatically, calculated for us, like so. Tying it all together in one piece. Remember, views are great if you need to customize and restrict access to what users can see from your database tables. Make use of user-defined functions for routine work that may require from time to time in our queries or in your queries. Now, when you have a long-running or complex task, then make use of stored procedures. Now, stored procedures help to reduce the round trips between an application's business logic and data access layer and the database server. Because instead of sending multiple SQL statements to the database server, the application has to send just the name, the parameters of the stored procedures, and then execute. It's as simple as that. If you want to learn more about these tools and optimizing your solutions and reducing your database round trips, then check out the resources for more insight, or hit me up on Twitter if you have any questions. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe.